Green Day playing in London. And before they went on stage, they let Queen go over the PA. The stupid long song that they have.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. Yeah, that song. I don't even remember the song.
Sucks.
Everyone sings it.
Yeah.
And then Green Day must just have looked at each other and they're like, oh, we will not be able to compete with this. With a fucking record.
Nobody can sing our songs. So.
I mean, what was the recent Queen movie with the guy from Mr. Robot?
Bohemian Rhapsody, darling.
Oh, yeah. I
Also
was,
the
And
title
that's the
of the
song called. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
And I took my daughter to see that. Holy fuck. I was going to burst into tears because it was just...
It's very emotional. That.
Yeah, and also it was just like all these childhood memories were coming back at me. And then they do
my God, you're tearing up now.
Yeah, it's really, because it's like and then they wrap it up on the Band-Aid concert.
Oh, yes.
Which at the time I fucking hated. It was just like, oh, this is just like some mainstream pop shit. But now seeing it, I'm like, oh, it was so amazing. It's like ridiculous.
Back when music was alive.
Nostalgia and when Madonna had tits like ice cream cones. It was
so funny.
those days.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Seeing you tearing up, Harry, that kind of made my day.
It's my monthly emotion.
Harry's got a lot of emotions he suppresses constantly.
He doesn't have growth spurts anymore. He has emotional spurts.
I'll
TJ.
go with Yeah.
Go on, chew it, baby, chew it.
Oh, no, you. No. Hush.
Oh my God.
This intro sound has been presented by Dean eating a sandwich.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the XYZ Podcast. I'm going for between chilled and hype today. So welcome to the XYZ Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am here, Harry Fucks, with my main man, Dean Ira.
Yeah.
And Christian Breaker.
Good day.
I thought I'd go the other way around the table this time.
Because I'm eating a sandwich. You just want to fuck
Exactly. I just want Dean spitting this
Harry
sandwich.
mixing it up.
And the time this comes out, we're going to have just 3 days to go.
A what?
3 days to go.
So what?
Until we do the live show.
A what?
The fucking live show.
A live show.
Exactly.
I bet
And
people
this
hate
thing,
this.
it's a show like no other. We're gonna have comedy. We're gonna have 3 of the greatest comedians in my flat.
I was just wondering, it's like, did you call Bill Burr? It's like, what is
I
going
didn't
on?
know your son did comedy.
Exactly. And then we're gonna have we're gonna do a live podcast. And if you come, bring a little bit of courage. Well, you don't have to. We'll find a way to do this.
No.
We want to interact with the audience in a way that is safe and calming and gentle.
Harry goes from the safe sale perspective. I'm like, fucking come, bring all the courage you can. We are gonna be doing roasts and questionnaires, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. You guys are gonna be interacting with us while we do our thing, and we're gonna be interacting with you. You don't have a choice.
Dean,
Exactly.
you describing this when you said there will be roasts and questionnaires, that sounded like a corporate retreat.
I just want to say that if you come, it will be a sexually fulfilling event. But
you made it.
This is why we don't sell anything.
Don't break my right. It will be a sexually fulfilling event without you having to be filled by anything. That's the whole sales pitch.
Oh my God, Harry! You used the word safe and sexually fulfilling in the same intro.
It's
It will
safe
give-
sex, I guess.
It will give- safe
Exactly.
sex.
It will give you that
We're going to hand out condoms, ladies and gentlemen.
It will give you afterwards that warm afterglow without the bad memories associated.
You do your sales pitch.
Let's Christian sell us this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the XYZ Podcast presents a live show, A Night to Remember. Come to Comedy House. I forgot where it is for a second. Come to Comedy House on Friday, May 21st at 8 p.m. It's going to be an astonishing show with comedy, with fun, with podcasting, and with crazy stories. And I think we have plenty of those.
So just come.
Just come.
Come.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Harry's like a 5-year-old boy.
Fucking chat.
Yeah, I know.
Not a cucumber. He went to Bangkok.
Yeah.
I was at a barbecue the other day, and one guy had the brilliant idea to bring an eggplant
Oh, to the show.
to the barbecue.
Oh, right.
And it was.
Like no.
Do you know
no-
that there are different types of eggplants, and they have different names in
Yeah,
terms
they
of
have like the little Thai ones.
Yeah,
sure,
the
but
pussy
do
destroyers.
you know the brand names of like potatoes, right? You have the galas, you have the bintiers, whatever. Apparently, there is. This is not a joke.
Wait. Can I just say, how did you make potatoes sound like fine wine just there?
I never knew that there were brands of potatoes
the
either.
Bintier potato.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
Smith.
actually goes really well for mashed potatoes.
Oh, geez.
So the type of eggplant
what's
the
it
man
called?
brought along is called Black King, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck?
Beautiful. That could be slightly racist. I guess.
Oh, slightly.
Okay, no.
The Black King.
Actually, you just reminded me of my current favorite YouTube channel, which involves this guy doing an impression of Kermit the Frog on Omegle. And he's this guy, he's like gone huge on YouTube. And basically all he does, he's got the Kermit the Frog hand puppet. He does the perfect voice. And every time he just pulls up this cucumber onto the screen, like it's like Kermit's dick. And that's all he does.
That's already funny.
And he's become so famous that people are on Omegle. They're like, "Oh my god, it's Kermit! Show me your dick!" It's totally insane.
That's funny. Omega's a lot of fun. There's this, I think, he's probably in the UK, Indian looking chap. Gorgeous. The most beautiful fucking man I've ever seen in my life. Right? Just unbelievable. It's just the perfect face, the perfect smile, the perfect hair. And like he'll be on Omega, and then people will be like, "Holy fuck, you're beautiful. What the fuck, bro?" And he just sits there going, "Thanks." Then he smiles. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm going to hide my girlfriend." Got blocking. And they just like move on. He's just too pretty.
Do you know what? But what frustrates me about Omegle is like when you're in the middle of a good conversation and then
What is Omega, I guess, first?
Omegle is like chat roulette. You do video chat with random people, and you'll be in the middle of a conversation, and then that conversation just breaks up, which leads me nicely to the topic of today.
Oh, wow.
Breakups have to suck. That's
Ooh,
today's
I didn't know
question.
that was that topic. That's good though. Can I quickly go back to Omega?
You're not ready to break up yet.
Dean,
With Omegle.
this is how it goes with breakups. You can't go back.
There's no going back. Dean.
You shouldn't go back.
Anyway, Omega.
I know you missed Omegle. Go, say.
Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time on Omega looking for connection and friends.
Terrible place.
Terrible place to do that.
Yeah, you guys have obviously seen the exhibitionists.
It's every third person is
Every
a dick.
third person is having a fat wank on Omega, right? And I actually spoke to one of these dudes.
Is
once.
this for real?
For real? They're just having they're slamming one out because they enjoy people watching or whatever. So I spoke to one. I was like, "Yo, dude, can you type while doing this?" Because I hid my face. I was like, "Fuck that," right? I was like, "Yo, can you type while doing this? I got some questions." He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I could see him move his hand away from his junk, type, and then move it back. Like, respect to that guy for maintaining fucking momentum while typing. I can't do that.
What was he doing with the other hand? Was he just like
Was he just
I don't want to think
fingering
about it
his-
too much. I wasn't like looking, whatever.
one finger up the anus?
He was doing a one hand wank, one hand type situation. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing actually? Like, what do you get out of this? What's the reason? Because there's like kids on this shit. Like, it's weird. There's like young kids here. And respect to this person, because they were like, you know what? This is my sexual fetish. I enjoy it when people watch me. And I was like, yeah, but what about the kids? He was like, look, I mean, I'm pretty sure by now they know the dangers of the site, and there's nothing I can do. It's not my fucking problem. And then, as he's saying this, he just goes straight back to his wife. And I love it because it's like,
you gotta admire this motherfucker.
I'm like, I can't fault that. Like, he's like, it's not my problem. There's no like disclaimer and shit that he has to obey the rules, and he's just doing his thing. It doesn't matter who's watching, And then like, at the end of it, I was like, okay, well, thanks for like being
Showing me
honest
your dick.
and you know, like answering my questions because I always thought you guys are pedophiles. But then he's like, oh, do you mind if you want like, can I finish now? Skip chat.
Oh, you asshole, Dean.
Wait, Dean, can I
He was
ask?
so close to
No.
completion.
Did you see the full Black King, or was it just?
Some guys are like not ashamed. They got face, whole, they're naked. Like you can see everything.
Fuck me.
Then some guys is just, you know, close up of crotch.
But you know what was amazing? The Omegle, actually, the original website for this was a website called Chat Roulette, which is still around.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
And when that thing exploded, this was the early days of the internet.
That was the 2000s, right?
Yeah, yeah. And every time there was a new website, it became headline news around the world. Like, oh, a new website has been discovered, a new use case. Chat Roulette came out, and then on CNN, they did this. They did it fucking live.
Indians. Oh, that's funny.
And they got.
Oh my god!
It started off like the first three. They got lucky. They got three normal people, and they were. But it was just skipping. And
You're
the
on live
fourth,
news.
a guy jacking off. I
Dude.
mean,
Nice.
That is
But
brilliant.
get this.
Oh,
This
that's
is
funny.
why
so
network
funny.
media should stick to their guns. Literally, CNN should just continue covering wars. That's what they're good at. Go to Iraq, do some bomb thing, and don't start fucking around with the
they
internet.
don't even do that
UFO.
anymore. Like. Anyway, that's going down the rabbit hole of journalism.
Yeah, let's not.
That's
All right.
hilarious. Yeah, if you want to fuck with the internet, this is what you're gonna get.
So let me break up this conversation on the Omegle and Chat Roulette and get into breakups.
Anyway, back to Omega.
Okay, so today's question is: do breakups have to suck? Question mark. And maybe just to set the scene a little bit.
Not all of them did. I can tell you that for starters.
Breakup sex.
Now,
man.
people have said this is not a quality podcast with good content.
How dare they? Fuck them.
I want to.
Who said that?
Who
I
said
don't know.
that? I want
I'm a fucking
to
killer.
know the name.
I'm gonna break up their face.
Actually, I just made that up, but I want to make it.
Harry said that.
I want to make this episode a little bit classy by first reading you guys a little poem. Are you ready for a poem, guys? This is a first. on the
Fucking hell.
I
podcast.
love when Harry just springs stuff on us. We're like,
Yeah.
we're not.
Harry put on glasses, ladies and gentlemen. It looked
Yeah, because I need fucking glasses to read it. So this is a poem by a guy called Derek Walcott, who actually won the.
Oh, you didn't even write it yourself?
This is for the.
Fucking lazy.
I'm not. Do you think I'm going to read
I don't
my
like
own
Derek.
fucking poem?
I don't like Derek.
Okay, listen to this, guys. Get in the zone for a second. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature back in 1992 before they sold out and gave
Before language stopped.
well, before they gave their prize to Obama, the Peace Prize. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He
so here we
deserved
go.
that. He kept all the bombings going.
I'm going to try and do this in an intense
He
voice.
enforced peace.
Okay, are you ready, boys?
Go.
This fist clenched round my heart loosens a little and I gasp. Brightness. But it tightens again. When have I ever not loved the pain of love? But this has moved past to mania. This has the strong clench of the madman. This is the gripping, the ledge of unreason before plunging howling into the abyss. Hold hard then, heart. This way at least you live. That was a poem.
My pay,
read to-
it's above my pay grade.
I just heard a lot of words in there that are closely related to penetrating.
Okay, pumping. I'm
The whole poem is really fun.
on the edge. I'm on the edge.
This is what he recites in microphone.
I want to
Yeah.
plunge into the abyss.
Dude, he's sitting on Omegle like fucking ready
That
to go.
wet abyss. It's like, oh, come on. It's
All right, it was a lot of words to say about how, breakups are intense, the pain is intense, but it also means you're alive.
That whole poem could just be like, oh, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah,
No, but
breakups.
no,
suck.
it actually it goes a step further. He's kind of in love with that pain as well.
Yes, exactly.
So
Means you're alive.
Masochist kind of thing.
it's weird because someone said this to me in the early days before I started fucking, that the enjoyment of an orgasm is very closely linked to pain as well. Like the difference between pleasure and pain in some cases are super tight, as we've actually discussed on the podcast before.
Was the person that said that to you, were you pulling her hair at the time?
The person who said that was my teacher, and may he rest in peace.
Okay. He got choked out.
He killed himself. He killed himself by smoking too much.
The image is going through my head right now.
All right, but here's the first question for you guys. Like, do you have a time where you dumped somebody?
Yes.
And that you would like to share on this podcast?
Yeah, I did. I did dump someone.
I gave her divorce papers.
Yeah, by handing in divorce papers.
The best kind of dump.
It was the longest fucking dumping that ever happened, and I take my time when I take a dump.
With your diet. Squeeze it out.
Choice of women.
So I mentioned this as well before. We did. We went through this whole process of kind of like trying to resurrect our marriage, salvage what's broken, and that took us about 2 years.
You didn't try Viagra.
Were you being
2-3 years? Really.
Were you reluctantly going along with that? Or?
No, I was at the time. I was quite positive that that's the way to go. Like it's a good thing to do this, because also I felt like this is going to sound horrible, but I also felt like marriage is kind of like an investment. And I wasn't ready to cut my losses. So anyone that invested in Bitcoin kind of knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's an investment in terms of like not a financial investment, but emotional, and there's all sorts of crazy expectations around it. You know what I'm talking about, Harry?
Yeah, that's called sunk cost fallacy.
Yes, it is a sunk cost fallacy, but it was also good for me because I actually it was the first time that I actually went to therapy as well. So I was introduced to the concept of therapy through my impending divorce.
Wow.
Which is great because I've profited from that quite heavily.
So it fucked you up and gave you the solution.
Yes, at the same time.
Nice.
Now, I remember quite clearly we had a session in therapy where this has been going on again for like 3 years or something. And we meet with that person, that therapist, and the therapist just asks me outright, do you even want to continue now? Like now that this has all been said and done.
Yeah.
Does it even make sense to continue?
Yeah.
And I see this in front of me like as clear as day, where it's just going, nah.
Nope.
Makes no sense.
What'd you say?
And I said it like that. I said, nah.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to continue this.
Shit.
And my then wife obviously falls apart. She starts crying. It's like, oh, this is all bullshit. Why did we spend time doing this?
Why did I even bother? Wow.
You were supposed to fix it.
Yeah.
Not give him that.
I paid for this therapy.
No, but this was the best line afterwards, because the therapist says, I can help you get through your divorce. Because this is obviously where this is going to end up. Yeah, it was a sales pitch.
Wow.
But great one, though, because I was on board. I was like, this is great. Mediation, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we might end up in a hairy situation.
I was supposed to save your relationship. Now I can make the ending of it a little bit easier.
Yeah. I can smoothen the fall. So.
Actually, there is a weird dynamic in couples therapy. Let's say I've done this twice in my life with different different women,
hypothetically.
And the ironic thing is the women come to the therapy session expecting the therapist to gaslight me even more than so this is a good thing. And that's a really interesting thing.
Because that never happens.
Because a good therapist will say, hey, well, I'm going to show you what's the truth here. And
yeah, gaslighting is a strong word, but there was definitely a different expectation on her part to what my expectation was. But
tell me why he's broken.
yeah, why he fucked. So anyway, we end up in this moment where we have to drive back to the same apartment after the therapy session. We drive back and we have this huge fight. So as in, I'm actually not a good fighter. Like I can't fight. I just
shut down.
I shut down. Yeah. I withdraw from the conversation.
Have a nap.
Yeah.
It does sometimes. I've been in a situation. It caused me to just get super tired. Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's draining. So we're driving back. We're having this fight. Blah blah blah. And at some point, there's this big argument. It's like, okay, so what has been said in this therapy session, this is now reality, right? So we are now breaking up. This is what this is. And it's like, yeah, this is exactly what this is. We have to figure out our future now. The only conversation that we should be having is how are we going to live through this and separate and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was then asked to call my father and tell him this. At that moment, it's just like, I only believe you if you call your dad. And that was the moment really where I knew, okay, now this is now officially beyond resolution.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did call dad, and then we didn't speak for 2 years. So it was super weird. Dad was obviously kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this? And because he was still full on a pastor at that point in time, he was also kind of like trying to say out loud what should be said.
Call the exorcist.
Yeah, like, save this and blah, blah, blah. It's like, Dad, we did it for 3 years. There's no point anymore.
Yeah.
And it's literally what I said to him on the phone. And this is when, for her, it was clear as well. Okay, now this is actually real. Now, I believe you now.
You told the pastor.
Yeah, I told the pastor. Fuck me. So
Out there in the community.
The conclusion is never have the pastor as your dad, guys. That's really bad.
It fucking sucks.
He's torn between the whole like I didn't like her anyway, and the whole no, it's good for Jesus reasons.
Yeah. But do you think that could have been a little element of like, if only I'd had the courage he has?
What? Interesting.
I mean, maybe let's not go there.
No, but because again, and I don't want to portray the other person involved here in any shape or form as bad, because there was
asshole.
No, there was that was a mechanism of dealing with something that's beyond their control. Basically handing away.
Isn't that religion?
Well, a bit, yeah. It's basically handing over authority. And there was an expectation that authority will fix it. There was a belief in the therapy concept for a long time that therapy is authority. And then there was a belief that
I see what you're saying.
Dad is authority. And authority will fix things
That's, yeah.
It's like the type of person that'll think that the cops will show up when they call them.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because I think that's the big thing that has vanished from the whole relationship scene in the last 10, 15, 20 years is that people know there's no authority left. There's no God that will punish you nowadays when your neighbor gives you that evil look, you're like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm living my best life, bitches.
I'm naked on the balcony, motherfucker.
What about you, Dean? Have you ever? So we're beginning first to context. So we're beginning with the dumping, because dumping people feels great. Let's face it.
Ish.
What you get? You're like, oh, freedom.
No, I always feel bad, dude. I always feel really bad. I can't break up with someone properly.
Oh shit.
I wish I could. I can't. Like, I'm the type to like make them break up with me.
Are you the manipulator?
Okay.
I can't cause pain. I hate causing pain.
Okay.
I'm not good enough. It's not you, it's me bullshit.
We're gonna come to a
but
story.
There are cases where like I told them like I can't show up for you in the way that you need. Like it should end, but then like it's hard for me to be like, just leave me the fuck alone. Or I'm breaking up with you. Get out of my face, kind of thing. It's tough, dude.
Do you know what you need, Dean? You need the breakup suit.
This is
an idea from Bill Burr.
A breakup suit?
Yeah. He says, what you do is a special suit with a helmet. And you...
Obviously. The breakups can lead to head injury.
And,
Yeah,
and
he's abusive people.
And what you do is you know, you have her driving the car, you're at the motorway top speed, and then you just say, hey, listen, I'm sorry, this is over. You just open the door and roll out. The whole thing is done in that time.
Yeah, it's quick and knock it out as quick as possible.
But
Somebody broke up with me amazingly though. They were like, they sat me down and like we had just seen each other a couple times. You know, it wasn't anything serious. And they were like, yo, I just don't feel it anymore. I don't think we should keep doing this. Like honestly, straight to me. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Thank you.
that is the way to do it.
Thank you for telling me straight up like that. Ghosting sucks. I've never ghosted anyone, but I'm like the hoo-ha humming in the middle type bullshit.
So I used to be, I totally get, and I think as guys are particularly, my theory is are particularly guilty of this. Like once I even moved country, I said I'm going on a holiday, and I just never came back.
Going out for cigarettes.
This is real.
I was in Munich, and there was
that's
this girl
funny.
I was dating, and
She's still waiting for you.
I mean the thing was,
I have the doors to Oktoberfest.
okay,
But Harry said he comes back.
I'm not going to say anything about it, but basically, it wasn't working for me, and then I quit my job, but I hadn't like
Told her.
did I tell her? I can't even remember. But the thing is, I'm gonna go on a holiday back to the UK to see a friend, and then I didn't come back. That was it.
Oh, this is like before social media.
It was the worst.
Words. So
But-
it was like, I'll write to you when I'm back.
Yeah, and she said, "You're not coming back, are you?" And so, yeah, of course I'm coming back because
She knew.
She knew, but the thing is, okay, so that I've like, let's say in older age, okay, I broke up with someone, and I did it face to face. And the first thing is, I did it face to face, and I didn't lie. I sweetened what was going on. Like I didn't tell the whole story. And the amazing thing about that is I felt fantastic afterwards. I felt so fucking good because you're like free. At first you're like, you did the right thing and you're free.
So this is fascinating. You had this immediately.
I left her. And within about 15 minutes, I felt. I mean, this was a short thing. It had only gone on for about 2
Then I
weeks.
guess it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was. I did the right thing. And
This moment didn't come for me until like 3 months after.
Until you walked into a brothel for the first
Yeah,
time.
probably.
yeah, but okay, a marriage is a heavy thing. In this case, this is something that had started. It had been going on for like 2 or 3 weeks. The real thing. Do you want to know the reason why I broke up with her, or at least 50%?
Here it comes. This is what you've been leading up towards.
Her pussy smelled really bad.
Harry.
I feel fucking awful
Harry,
about
you
this.
gotta tell someone when that happens.
How?
There is stuff you can do, right?
There is stuff.
You know
there
this.
is stuff you can
leave
do.
her with a parting breakup gift.
Yeah, but the thing
Here's
is,
some fisherman's friends. I'm
Yeah,
breaking up with you.
this is like breaking up with someone because of
you know, just stuck some fisherman's friend.
honey.
in it.
Do you like this burning sensation?
Menthol drives the woman crazy.
I mean, it wasn't just that. It was also.
It's similar to breaking up with someone because of halitosis. It's just like you
not
say
your
that.
thing.
No, but that wasn't the whole. I mean, I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't like it wasn't.
Was it also too
I'm
wide?
glad-
It was.
I couldn't fit it properly.
No, this situation was like, maybe this could be something
my
I could
God.
get into it if I
Fuck me.
stick this out maybe 3 to 6 months.
Stop
I'll
using these
warm up to her.
terms. Like,
I'll warm up to her, but then I was like, to get to that 6 months, and the thing is, we were in that early stage. There was no way for me to explain this to her because
I get that.
yeah, and I really thought like maybe I can get a friend to anonymously text her, but you can't even do that because like I was the only person in the vicinity of her vagina at that time, and
the only one who would come close.
and it was clearly something was wrong. It was like some kind of
It's
fungal.
unhealthy, dude. You got to get that checked out.
Yeah, exactly. So
Health disclaimer: if your partner has if you look at their genitals and something's clearly wrong, you gotta tell
Yeah.
them. You gotta tell
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
If it has a smell or an itch,
If there's something coming out the top or
Some-
weird bumps or
if it has a pus,
if it speaks back, just get a doctor involved. There's nothing embarrassing.
And
Genital health is important.
it's
think-
very important.
I
Keep
think-
yourself clean, bitches.
I think also women should.
Also, boys. I'm so
also
sorry. Oh shit!
Oh, we had
Wow.
the beast of breaker
no,
just
that
slipped
was-
out for a
Christian
second.
that was really
he
bad.
backtracked. He backtracked.
No, I mean, okay. Let's make this I mean, guys don't wash their junk enough.
No, and there's a lot of dick cheese that's happening
women-
for uncut penises.
Women
so.
put up with that stuff a lot. Actually, one time, because I have a bit about that, I actually think I might have saved a marriage.
For real?
Through comedy, because you know the bit I do about this.
The dick cheese, yeah.
I did it in Freiburg, and as I started to do it, there was this married couple, and I'm halfway through the bit, and the woman of the couple goes, "Oh, that's him."
Oh shit!
you cannot save that marriage. She just called him out in front of a whole
Being
fucking
called
audience.
out for dick cheese, that's you will never come back from that.
My only reaction is, yeah, but your pussy smells. Get the hell out of here.
No. But listen, I think
Horrible.
because I think that she'd been literally sucking that stuff up and keeping her mouth shut.
Oh God,
And
I'm gonna
would've-
gag.
Yeah,
she would
sucking
have.
up is probably the right word in this one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
be more descriptive.
I'm
please.
gonna give you a blowjob so you don't ruin my pussy.
what was clear is at some point she would dump him over that. It's just like, I can't take any more of this. He looked mortified. I made it.
yeah. Would you
I made it nice for him by going all fucking in on it. So he had no. But actually, I think after that, it's like she seized her opportunity to address the
Yeah,
issue
but do it on the car ride home.
at a comedy show.
Oh my god.
That's a fantastic
No, that's
moment.
horrible.
That sounds toxic.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so that was.
Harry saved the marriage, maybe. or
That marriage should not be saved.
led to a suicide. We don't.
Yeah, but the thing
Or just from French toast. Who knows?
the thing is, she was like something like part Middle Eastern and part American, strong, like confident woman. He was a German engineer. And he-
Scared of talking emotion or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what you mean is like a thin, lanky bastard who never actually opened his mouth properly.
He was a stocky German. He
You
was
don't
good
talk about
German
that.
genes. He was like, I am about engineering. And then
And my dick cheese is a little bit.
He's that into
What-
engineering that he forgets to wash his penis.
Yeah.
exactly. And I think that I did them a favor. I brought honesty into that. So anyway.
I'm,
That's cool,
I'm
that's
glad
cool.
that you bring honesty to people. So, Harry, tell us about your breakup.
We did. Harry was actually the guy in the audience at that time.
All right. So, I mean, okay. So the next question I have for you.
Wait, I got one more breakup thing.
Oh, go. There's more breakup questions.
Oh,
here.
okay. Because
There's the you don't dumping, but now we're going to get to the times you got dumped because that sucks a whole lot.
with the me dumping someone, like, you know when you're toxic together. Like, there's relationships out there that
yeah.
go really well, or you're healthy for each other, or it's like a good balance. But every now and then you get together with someone and it becomes toxic. Like their behavior patterns trigger yours and you trigger theirs, and then you land up just being toxic with each other.
Is that your kind of like MO? Is that what you?
No, like it's good to recognize, because I was not recently, but a while ago, I kind of went on a date or two with this girl, and kind of from the beginning, we had our circumstances lined up so that we were both really not good for each other at the time, and you could see it really early. Like nothing ever happened between us, But just the conversations we were having, like I was like, oh fuck, this person makes me angry, irritates me. I make them angry, irritate them.
Let's have hate sex.
It's kind of like a hate sex situation type thing. Where like you're attracted to each other. It's a lot of fun, but at the same time, you fucking getting like
It can be a lot of fun for a brief period, because if you do this over a prolonged time, like your heart turns black.
I'm not sure. I
Very
think
damaging.
I'm with Christian. I think as long as you're both honest about it, and if you were to say
we were honest about it,
we are super bad for each other.
Yeah.
Let's fuck, and then let's never see each other again.
No.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, though, because usually there is a reason why you are together. What was the motivation to be with that person in the first place?
She was fun. It was a lot of fun. Smart.
There you go. So you are attracted to an aspect of that person.
Yeah.
You just realize that the combination is toxic, and it's like drugs. You know that it fucks you up. Like you know that
you can't stop it,
your body will eventually kill you, or the drugs will rather. But there are moments where you incredibly enjoy that, and I think relationships can be exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Okay, my experience is mostly with women, like in terms of breaking up and not breaking up. Most of the time, people struggle with rejection a lot.
Yeah.
They need closure. It's a constant I'm craving and come back. It's like I tend to not do this. My reaction is always like, once I've decided it's over, either from me or from someone else, that's it. It's cut out. Like I cut it out quick. Block their number, block their Facebook. All
Are you
that
good at doing that?
I'm good at doing that.
Fuck me. Like
if someone's like, I don't want to see you anymore, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
boom, done. That's it. I'll never see you again, ever.
I had the conversation with my partner the other day where we were discussing that we should start deleting the phone numbers from our exes' families. And these are divorces that are more than 5 years ago now. Like where you just got
Gene and Mia.
For the first time ever, I think we've lined up on this.
Yeah.
She's controlling your ass, motherfucker.
No. This is not that. I was not.
It's either something super healthy, but
Sorry,
Wait,
I
okay.
didn't get that angle before. Now I get what you were saying.
Why you got these numbers now anyway?
I never deleted them.
Just because you didn't think about it? Do you ever talk to these
it just
people?
didn't occur
You're
to
just
me.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because like my phone as well is just full of contacts. I don't fucking know who half these people are.
I don't take care of this thing. Now, in hindsight, that's actually a bad idea. I should have done that. I should have done that immediately.
Yeah.
But
You kind of just forgot about it.
But
it is
I
also
never
nostalgia.
really cared about it.
Yeah.
And it was...
And how did you come to caring about it?
Well, this is interesting. So
is it your idea?
for
His
me...
partner's going through his phone. What the fuck is this?
She did it and then told me about it.
Oh.
And said like, hey, I did this.
Felt good.
I'm not sure. I probably should have done this years ago. I've just deleted like old mates' family and stuff, like all the numbers. And it felt really liberating.
Cool.
And I was like, oh, that's an interesting idea. But it was never kind of brought to me the way that you thought, Harry, in terms of like, did you delete the phone numbers of your ex-mom-in-law? No.
Okay.
No. That wasn't the conversation.
She's far too clever to do it that obviously.
Fuck you.
She convinced you that this is the right thing for you to do.
She basically said like, there is baggage that I carry with me digitally, which is very true because
Digital baggage.
we have heaps of that, like fucking photos. Like there's
I keep photos.
I do as well. And do you know
exes?
Yeah.
Do you know what Apple started doing with these memories thing?
On your phone, desktop, like on your phone.
On my iPad, on my phone. And then suddenly a picture of me and an ex-girlfriend pops up and she goes like, oh.
It does the same to me. That's so funny. Yes.
No, I'm also... I mean, I was going to start anyway. We could come up with some breakup tips. One of them. But before that, let's talk about the times that we got dumped.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, okay. So this one...
this one's close to your
I've
heart.
got to navigate... The one that brought me to comedy. And to a certain extent, I have protected this person quite a lot. Yeah. And I want to continue doing that. Okay. So at this point, we've been together almost 5 years. She knew me too well. In the end, and I will say, in the end, this is my fault, because if I put it in crass guy terms, I let her pussy me up.
Oh,
now,
yeah, okay.
And I did not, there was nothing left for me to be me. So I just totally surrendered. And along the way of doing this, basically, she decided I'm checked out. And I would have accepted a normal breakup. To me, the thing was, she is someone that deals very badly with that kind of direct situation.
So neither of you were strong enough to pull a plug.
I didn't see it coming. Completely not.
Oh, it was out of the blue for you.
You checked out.
No, I was in a situation, I was in a very complex, I was basically in custody battle with my kids, working at a startup on the board of the company, like super stressed there. Other shit going on with my kids that was like, I was sleeping like 4 hours a night for like 2 years at this point, just to fucking get everything
Explains
done.
the hair loss.
Yeah, well, no, the hair had already been lost by then. But and for various reasons, she tapped out. And I think part of it, the situation was too difficult for her. Part of it is that she had, in quotes, won. I had nothing. I surrendered. Yeah. And, I was like, oh, I'm totally in love with this person.
That fucking competitive angle actually baffles me every single time.
The thing, and
there is power dynamic in all
relationships. There is a power. I think, honestly, and I'm not gay, I think only the Greeks figured this out, that you can only have total surrender with another man. That's what the whole Greek thing of, like, Achilles has a little boy that he teaches how to fight and fucks in the ass. That's what the Greeks used to do.
I think that's a different motivation there.
Yeah, but it's about loyalty and honor. And
he's fine.
Trust. You're loyal to me, you young little bastard.
No, suck my dick.
No.
It's Greek. It's Greek. It's beyond.
Fuck
like,
the Greeks. It's
they painted that on fucking vases. This is why it's legit.
I don't care. This is why their civilization failed.
But where I have to thank her is that she broke something.
She brought a little boy.
No, she brought a little boy and said,
that licked her pussy.
And said, I'm gone, but you've got this now.
No. Now go and play with it.
No.
Its name is Tony.
Disgusting.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, that breakup was so brutal, it forced me to do comedy. The consequence, it took like a last piece of innocence I had. But actually, I think in retrospect...
Now I know it's a lie.
What?
Harry explaining the last piece of innocence, that's a fucking lie. You lost your innocence when you were in what's that called? The old boys fucking college or whatever. Like, Jesus Christ.
Another pedophile reference. Stop it.
There's multiple... Yeah, there was not a pedophilia show. We're about breakups here, guys. So... No, it was a piece of innocence and naivety about the whole, and we did the whole episode on love. That was the last.
So much to all your issues. No, that wasn't a loss of innocence. This was you deciding or fixating on the idea of the whole power struggle, issues with the relationships and stuff.
I agree with you, Dean.
It's not I got it. I broke. Now I can figure it out.
No, it was to me a point where someone showed me the Matrix.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's someone broke you or hurt you enough to develop an idea of what you should be doing in order to succeed.
It's not. Yeah, but the thing is, to me,
it's not the Matrix. It's your Matrix.
To me, it's not about creating a strategy. It's about it's what we talked about on that love episode. Is that we've turned, like, for me, love was kind of a religion. And it was a realization of what a stupid idea that is.
Like every religion.
And so whatever was going on with her, yeah, you're right. This is my issue. The thing is it burst a bubble of belief that I had in my head.
And the pus came out.
Yeah. And the cum and the shit.
It substituted an illusion with another one.
I don't think I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's my opinion.
What do you think the new illusion is?
Your whole I've seen the Matrix thing.
Well, but there's more to this because you still want there to be hope and a happy ending, maybe. To me, I'm like 47. I'm basically done. I've got the kids. The whole nature.
Is this our last episode?
No. Chill the fuck out.
I'm breaking up with you guys.
Yeah, but fuck.
This is Harry going, it's not you, it's
fucking
me.
ploy, man.
Yeah, we
fantastic.
see what this is.
That would be the greatest end to a podcast no one cares about. But
Breaking up with you.
no.
Yeah, all 5 fans will be
No,
devastated.
because I'm at an age
Nine.
also with the
Nine.
whole
9.
the whole idea of relationships seems more and more ridiculous at this point in my life because it's like, why would I want to settle down? Like the whole part where sex is fun is fading away, and
Yeah, well, fair enough.
and then like what? There's women that want to have kids, and I don't want to have kids, and then
No,
there's,
because you have them already.
yeah, exactly. It's like, and so what else? What would bring versus like the amount of time and freedom
So
I
what
have
you're
now,
what you're telling
which is
us
amazing.
in your life, which is basically based on Super Mario, you're out of worlds.
Well, I get to play Super Mario now. That's the whole point. Like, I've got the time to do that shit.
Well, look, Harry, if you're not interested in sex so much anymore and you've got the kids, why even bother with women?
Because
Yeah, get a boyfriend.
because
Absolute surrender to another male.
well,
You
it's
don't have to worry about power dynamics anymore.
there's two.
I know a guy.
There's two aspects. So, I mean, one is, the balls still work, and every now and again they give me the urge. The other level, like the itch that you got to scratch. But
No, you should get that checked out.
no, not that
We
type.
talked about genital health earlier.
But the other level is
Are you shooting blanks? Did you get the snip?
no.
Why not?
I don't want some fucking dude chopping around on my balls
No,
or
no, but
frying or
Jesus
whatever.
Christ,
they're
Harry, it's not about
clipping.
that. It's a doctor.
Get the snip.
Why?
Now that you're certain that you don't want to have other children, that would be the first thing.
I can just
You're a single man.
listen.
Yeah.
Dude, my jizz is in my control. I'm not like randomly jizzing and okay.
Do you know
shit,
how
I
this
made
works,
a baby. Yes, I fucking know.
Pre-cum can get people pregnant. No, the point being,
I guess I've learned that lesson already.
This is how you got two kids.
That explains at least one of them.
It's a mistake.
oh man.
But I mean, okay, because it is also the greatest game in town. Let's face it. It's the great. Like,
What? Fucking.
no, the whole thing of like around getting interested, getting excited by someone, and there's like that tiny 1%.
Oh, yeah.
That
You
little
called it a
voice.
game.
That little guy going. That voice in my head going. But maybe.
You called it a game, Harry.
And what?
Stop calling it a game. Stop calling it a game.
Why
it's
shouldn't?
unhealthy.
Why is that unhealthy?
This is
Because
your,
it's not a
Okay,
game. A game means that there has to be a winner.
Exactly.
Not
Christian.
necessarily. You can have like noughts and crosses. Nobody wins.
Somebody wins noughts and crosses.
No, they don't. It's
Sometimes
always
it's a tie.
it's a stalemate
Still
every
a
time.
dynamic.
Yes.
All right.
power struggle.
What word would you use? You like eat, pray, love, motherfuckers.
Fuck off.
Come at us with that.
Oh, we're
Mister,
so-
I fucking
fuck-
women are this,
Fuck you and
women are
fuck
that.
you. Oh, I'm so in touch with myself. I'm just gonna like share myself with
I
the
do
right
like
woman.
to touch myself. But
Okay.
the point
Harry's
is-
just like, I'm
If it's
sorry,
not
sorry, Mister. Two guys who have got
Come on.
decent relationships
Let's-
and don't fucking
what
have
I-
these same issues.
What I'm saying when I say the greatest game in town is that when you meet someone and you feel attraction and things are working out and that it's exciting, it's fun, it's a
Sure.
pleasure.
Sure.
That's what I mean by saying it's the greatest
Okay.
game in town. It
Okay,
gives
fair-
you
fair enough.
All the endorphins
good
and all the
feeling.
joy and
Yeah.
We get it.
the idea is to bail.
I've been in love before. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
And
the
then-
idea is to bend him over and get one on him.
And then-
say you've won.
and then bail out as quickly as possible before it all starts to get serious.
I'll do it before it happens to me. Ha ha.
Oh
right.
man.
Give me a dumping story. Time you got Dean. When did you get dumped?
I get dumped all the time, man.
Do you feel anything?
No, we should let that simmer for a little bit.
Nobody wants to date this. No, my problem is that like I'm marriage material. Some
Oh, you're in the zone.
Yes,
Oh
yeah.
fuck!
people don't want to break up with me. They cling to me like fucking. and I'm
shit,
like that
it's
cool,
horrible.
Yeah,
that
it is.
cool comedian or rock star. Is like,
They
I'm
claim-
emotionally unavailable. People love that shit.
They're clinging to you like a
can't
New
believe what I'm
Yorker
saying.
subscription.
Okay, but
You will never be able to shake that shit.
but going back a bit, when did you get, like, in maybe as a teen or early
The first
20s?
girl I really like felt love for, but it was like puppy love. It was just high school, you know.
Sandcastles.
Bullshit love. Yeah,
and-
she lied and cheated on me, but that's because I was very possessive and jealous. Like, you know, as most young relationships
Yeah.
can be. You learn those lessons.
And then do you remember, how did she dump you?
Well, I guess
Did she had her
she
girlfriend
didn't
give
wa-
you a little
that
letter?
wasn't
You just-
she didn't dump me, I guess.
You just found out that she was
kissing
sucking
someone
another
else.
guy's
Went
dick.
on Facebook and found her fucking
Oh, that's fucking
that's
awful.
gnarly.
yeah.
Do you
That-
guys still post your statuses on Facebook?
all the time? No, I'm kidding. I'm
No,
widowed.
no.
I got widowed on Facebook.
Get widowed?
Yeah.
I should do that
I've been
actually.
widowed since like 2005 or whatever.
That's a great status widow.
I find this baffling how serious people take this shit.
Dude,
It's like,
way
just
too-
got engaged.
It's official. It's
My-
the blue tick.
One of my friends, he's been married for 20 years. He has 2 children, and he just recently posted, got married. The relationship status changed, married.
Nice.
Ah, Jesus. I
What's
feel-
the blue tick today, though? What's the relationship status update today? I think it's posting a picture of you guys on Instagram.
I think it is.
Like if there's a picture of you two on a recent Instagram post, that means you're like
Yeah.
together.
And then you
That's
get
the bullshit
and-
version.
and you get those deleted immediately after when you
Yeah,
separate.
those are the ones that are archived.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
immediately.
That's one thing. Yeah, I mean, when the breakup, that's like breakup tip is fucking destroy all the shit.
I
Like,
don't think so. I left mine.
really.
I deleted a Facebook account a while back. I told Harry before. I had to cleanse my social media
Yeah.
and basically deleted a whole. I think
Those photos are still out there, though. You know that, right?
yeah, of course they are. And I had a Facebook account since 2008. So this was like early days Facebook kind of scenario. And everything, just fucking clean it out. And then I lived about 9 months, about a pregnancy long, without social media. And I felt like, I felt so much closer to God or something. I was being that dickhead at the bar. It's like, I don't do
I'm
social
above-
media.
I'm above
Yeah,
social media,
exactly. It's, I'm so sorry, I'm not on Facebook. Way too cool for school. And immediately after I started contemplating the idea of comedy, I got back on social media.
I mean,
But wait, what is the blue tick of relationships these days? How
I
do
do
people
think-
know you're in a relationship?
I
Christian?
do think it's a story or a post on Insta.
Yeah. What about you,
Yeah.
Harry? How do people know you're seeing someone?
I know what it is. It's this douchey post. It's this douchey post of when it's your partner's birthday and you do this whole fucking tag under the picture and go like, you're the fucking sun in my life. And
Or like a trip away.
yes,
I can
and
tell you-
it's just them,
It's just
just like
them, yeah,
it's just
yeah.
them like cutting a chocolate cake or something with
Or with a
with
glass of wine. It's
Yes,
just your partner.
So I can tell you actually what's weird about this is like, that's why I can't answer, because 2012 I deleted all my social media and I'm only back on it, and the only thing I project there is basically comedy persona, like anything to do with comedy. And so I'm not sharing.
Ass.
So Harry is in a relationship with a microphone stand.
And himself. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, basically, yeah, and I remember
Married to the comedy
this,
man.
Oh
this
my God.
last one, because I said I'm off all the social media. I remember one time she's like, "Can I post a picture of us on Facebook?"
No.
Yeah, that's
And-
the question. Can I change my relationship status? Because look, you guys have been through the whole divorce thing, which is such a casual, normal setup, and obviously doesn't fucking work. Maybe people try different things. Maybe we find love elsewhere. Maybe life shouldn't be about the pain of life. Is the thing that we enjoy, or should accept, or should have a feeling from. Maybe it should be about other things.
There's an absolute truth to this, Dean, where we are creating images of what life is supposed to be.
You're giving
Marriage-
a narrative out there.
Yeah, marriage is one of them. Love, the concept of love, how it's being sold to us.
Yeah.
This fucking
The whole
Disney version of love.
Exactly.
And that pain that is being described there, this is all influenced by the idea that there is something, this is going to sound really sad, that there is something super magical about falling in love. Yes, of course there is, as long as you're a teenager, because
really
your
love her, you have
fucking
to let her
hormones are
go.
going buck fuck, and all you want to do is root anyway. So there's the whole idea is so profoundly flawed, and we are being sold an idea in movies, and then there's the kiss, and they always come together, and all that sort of bullshit.
But I like where you're going with that, because the question is then, why does it hurt so much if you're deeply into someone and then they break up with you? What is the cause?
Because
of the
ultimately, all we want is attention, and if someone withdraws that attention from us, it hurts. It's like when mom doesn't look when you kick the ball.
It's rejection.
I think that's too simplistic. I think
There's multiple avenues to it. Like biologically, it's like, or the partner I was supposed to reproduce with is now decided I'm not good enough for that reproduction.
yeah, but
Biological point of view.
but that doesn't cause pain.
Yes, it does.
That's just chemistry.
It's your chemistry going, fuck, we're a failed person. We're not successful.
Wait, but
I think
I feel this pain. I feel this pain
survival.
every time I'm on stage. I mean, I bomb, and then I go home and I cut myself. It's,
Yeah.
it's just that's what I do.
I have a cry wank.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, getting hard dumped is like bombing like 10 bombs. It's worth 10 bombs.
10 bombs. Yeah.
It
And,
depends by who.
and I think that's the thing.
Stinky lady.
Interesting. Here, I want
think
to
it's
tell
'cause
you a story.
I think I think part of it is because you project your identity onto someone.
I was with someone.
True.
I was with someone once, and before we got together and became a thing, they sent me a message and were like, "Hey, here's the deal. I'm not going to be in this country for a very long time. Don't fall in love with me." That was basically the message.
Nice. Sets up context.
Yeah. So
Exploitation.
this was the thing. We hooked up in a bar, and then something got started, and lo and behold, Christian didn't read this message properly, and I completely fell for this person.
I'm sorry, dude.
Completely did. This is the most amazing human that I've ever met.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you, Dean. It was an absolute pleasure. You just hit the right spot there. No, that person, they were incredible. So amazing, generous, and every single thing about this felt right. You were, when you're getting into a relationship and you're just going like, oh yeah, no, we click. But that message
Same way.
came beforehand,
Yeah.
and then they left.
You can't help.
And then just basically said exactly that. I was like, dude, that was always to be. Like, I told you from the get-go
Yeah.
that this is the situation. This is the thing, and then it will go away.
Yeah.
And I needed like 2 years
Oh, sorry,
to
dude.
get through that. It took me longer. It took me longer to get through that part than getting through my divorce.
Ugh.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
one that got away.
Yeah.
And that, I mean,
It wasn't even a proper dumping. It was just more like, hey,
You knew.
did you read the
just get
the instructions.
The instructions?
Yeah.
Like, I gave it to you at the very beginning. So
yeah.
What a great way to end.
Well, Dean, I will say, I'm going to call you on some of your bullshit. I think we got into a space here that you got super uncomfortable. Like,
No, I just
And-
don't like the prescribed narrative, the whole fucking broke up relationship defined for me. Because I've developed relationships now in my part of my life that have fulfilled me more than ever before. And there aren't like, some of them aren't even sexual. Some of them are just, it's a person that has my back. And that's the kind of love I value and protect dearly. Because this other kind of love, the bullshit narrative, standard, typical kind of, has only ever caused real pain. And it's compared the love of those relationships compared to the ones I have now, which can't be broken up. You can't break up with these people. They're not together in a prescribed format. This love is so much better and a million times better than that.
You know what's interesting about this, Dean? Because I just starting to figure something out. The way that you explain this is that in the standard formats, how we are sold love,
It's inevitable.
there's a way to measure.
Exactly.
So everything becomes a competition
That's
again.
good.
Everything is gamified.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
are in love, you fuck X amount per
Exactly.
week.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean?
It's my
It-
time.
you-
Dinners, holidays.
Exactly.
it's like having a car or the neighbor's car.
Yep.
syndrome.
Yeah. It just becomes another qualifier of who
Exactly.
you are as a person.
Yeah.
And if you fall outside of that little
It's hard to
bubble,
understand.
then people don't understand you because
You guys must
what
be
do you
fucking.
stand
You guys
for?
must be
Yes.
fucking.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Oh, and that's another funny thing is that when you have couple friends and then you break up, how quickly
They don't know. They no longer know how to invite you.
because
Yeah.
you represent
Yeah.
what they are in denial.
I don't like being part of these contexts anymore.
But I've heard things of actually from a therapist was just like, hey, like there are so many people in this country, Switzerland, that literally don't feel emotion. And to me, that's a mind-boggling concept. And
We have very cold winters.
yeah, they're just
When your
frozen.
pee-pee touches your kidneys, then you would want to feel emotion.
But I think it's a big part. A big part is just denial or avoidance of stuff that may lead to pain.
Let me make this example. For many years, all the ambitions that people had was driving fucking Italian cars. So in the 90s and 2000s were filled with that fucking bullshit with Top Gear and the whole 9 yards, where it's just like car. And this is how you portray your affluence and your success and all that sort of stuff. And I think even weirder than this, love was on par with that.
That's true.
Even more than that, where
I
you
mean-
go like, hey, this is me, this is my family, this is my offspring, blah, blah, blah.
But
It's just another fashion of showing off.
my concern there is to me also just like what you're saying, Dean. Also to me, just looks like a hot mess. It just looks like a mess of confused feelings and denial.
This is where Harry's German side pops in. He likes
Or what?
order.
The way you look at
No.
my
It's
side,
not.
the way you look at me,
It's not about.
the way you look at me.
It's not what you're describing. Like for me, polyamory is for people that don't know how to break
No,
up with
because
people.
But
it's
why
me
labeling?
looking at yours as well is also just a hot mess. For me, like the relationships I have are complete honesty. Like that's a kind of something I pride myself and do. And it gives a safety. It removes the whole possessiveness, jealousy, unknowing bullshit with your other partner. And once you remove all of these like toxic potentials, then the honesty is there, and you can just have a conversation, and you can almost immediately get to a conclusion of, are we right together? Or like, is this healthy for us? Do we enjoy this? Are we good like this? Then it's like easy. It's so much A for away. You define something new, and it gives room for health and growth and a special connection.
Something else gets removed though, Dean. And this is where Harry comes in. Where what you remove by that is a certain reliance on format.
Yeah.
So, because what you spend heaps of time on is defining what you're doing. Like the way that you are structuring your relationship is very much dependent on the people that are involved, and you basically describe and define what
You
you're
have to
doing.
figure out together.
And what the context of you, Harry, where the way that you see traditional relationships work, or the way that we perceive love, there is a certain understanding of the rules.
Yeah.
Might not line up together on that.
Yeah. Okay. For the sake of the podcast, I say that's a happy medium. I think there's more to this, but I mean, what I get there is there's an optimism in what you're saying, Dean. To me, I see, and that's interesting for me to hear. Like, so maybe like something's fucked about the way we're doing relationships or have been doing it.
No.
Yeah, obviously.
No,
There's
not at all.
And
50% divorce rate.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on, it's fine.
There, I see optimism in what you're saying. I think there is a danger as well of just where you throw narcissism into this. It's just that we all become a bunch of narcissistic, self-obsessed people. But I would say I've got to wrap up a breakup tip. I prepared a breakup tip. If you break up with someone, whoever it is, your friend, your mom, your brother, who cares who it is, your job, you need a breakup pinata. And this is an idea. I think this is a business
What's inside the
opportunity.
pinata?
So you know those things that makes
The numbers of your ex's parents.
Pictures of your new boyfriend.
You stick a picture of the person or the company or whatever it is on the mule. Is it a mule? Yeah.
Yeah.
You fill it with condoms and little shots of alcohol, like whiskey, whatever.
Sounds
then you
healthy.
beat the shit out of that thing. You get all the
All
rage
the whiskey
done.
breaks.
All the stuff falls out. Hopefully not destroyed, and then you go and have a party.
That sounds good.
That's fun, actually.
Sounds good.
I like
Bonfire.
this. I like to
burn,
see.
burn.
Yeah, can we do an
something.
effigy of
breakup pinatas.
So we're gonna have an XYZ breakup pinata party.
if you
nice
wait.
Friday.
Next Friday.
If you're interested in a breakup pinata, go to www.thexyzpod.com and order your breakup pinata now for $9.99.
Batteries not included.
How does he do that voice? That was bizarre. No special effects. That was crazy. All right, see you guys.
Wait, hold up. This Friday
wait.
night, guys. This Friday
This
coming.
Friday. This is-
because it's Tuesday now. You're probably listening. This Friday, go online to the XYZ pod.com. Go get a ticket for the show. This Friday, Comedy
gonna
House,
be
8 o'clock.
amazing.
So you guys, it's going to
Exactly.
be live comedy. Harry, myself, and Christian are going to be there. It's going to be fun. You're going to see us live in the flesh. You're going to be there. It'll be a great time.
Be there.
Wow, another second.